Welcome back to Cozy Womb Podcast. My name is Shan. This is season 9, episode 6. The kids eat everything. Literally, they eat everything, okay? I don't know about you, but do your kids take a break from eating in your house? Like, do they physically make sure they do not go in your kitchen every 15 minutes? Like, my fridge is tired of us, period. But my fridge is tired of seeing my kids in it. And these kids in my house are eating snacks, chips, meat, noodles, all my snacks, my cookies. Even if I try to hide my stash, they're eating it. I had to put Anya on a day where she can have candy and she can have one piece of candy by her choosing. And it's Mondays. Aria is trying to eat all of the gummy vitamins as if it's candy, and I'm trying to explain to her that these are not gummy bears. These are gummy vitamins. So thank God for a child safety lock on that. But they're eating everything, and it's like, I understand that they're growing, but how many times logically does a child need to be in my kitchen? How many times throughout the day or an hour can you actually factually be hungry? So I wanted to go over some tips and some things we can do as parents to make sure our children are eating in a healthy, balanced way and not overeating during a virus, a pandemic, an illness that's man-made that will affect their bodies, and make sure that if our kids are eating, that they're eating something healthy for their bodies to be able to fight off an infection. Okay? So that's what we're discussing. Let's get into it. Hey, if you're enjoying the show, thank you. I appreciate it. You can also find cool, cute Cozy Womb gear on the Cozy Womb shop. It's on Teespring, teespring.com/stores/cozy-womb-shop. And you'll find hoodies, t-shirts, what do you call those? Fanny packs, mugs, everything that I want to give all of my listeners and my supporters during the show is on there for you guys to purchase, okay? I appreciate every penny, because every penny does go towards helping my family, especially during a pandemic where I physically can't be out of my house during the week because my children have virtual school. So if you want to support Cozy Womb Podcast, you can support through you getting a little something, and also I getting a little something on the backside. So thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for supporting Cozy Womb Podcast, and thank you for supporting teespring.com. Peace. Let's get into the episode. I think it's fair to say that some people are worried about how kids eat and how often they eat during this at-home quarantine, which is fair, okay? So the first thing you want to do is provide healthy options for your kids to eat. If you don't buy the junk food, if you don't buy the food that they don't need to eat, the probability of them getting it between both parents is very rare, okay? You have to come to agreement that, hey, they're in here, they're not really active, they don't have gym, they're not working out, I'm not outside with them all the time. Let's not buy them food that does not help them in a healthy way, okay? That's a choice. The second thing you can do is have your kids cook with you. I think if kids cook with you and they become more aware of what they're eating, they're less likely to pick unhealthy options. The third thing is buy less junk food. I buy the variety pack chips. I don't buy a lot of cookies in here, but if I do buy cookies, it's a small bag and we share it. Sometimes I might buy the Annie's cheese crackers for the girls. I'll have like soup that I'll water down when I cook it. If they want soup, I'll do like a healthier version of noodles. I'll like tonight for dinner, me and Anya had a veggie stir fry with shrimp in it because Arya's not here and she's really not supposed to have a lot of shell foods. So we had that. Very simple, very easy, very quick, very healthy. I make their juices, so I have lemonade in there that I've made. I don't buy a lot of juices. There's reduced sugar, Capri Suns or box juices in there. I have prune juice in there. If you have kids that really don't eat healthy and don't like vegetables, like Arya, my 3-year-old, you can get like prune juice and have them drink a cup a day just to, flush their system. I have lots of stuff in the fridge for smoothie, lots of fresh fruit that I do with smoothies. Anya and we do smoothies together, so there's that. I have lots of oranges, grapefruit, and bananas around the house, so that's something you should keep around. Very easy. I don't care how much you eat those, okay? The fourth thing is you want to eat by example. Do not force your kids to eat things that you're not eating and things that you don't want, okay? How would you feel if you were a kid that was told to eat Brussels sprouts and you don't eat Brussels sprouts, nor do you like the taste of Brussels sprouts? FYI, I've never had Brussels sprouts in life, but I don't buy them because I've never had them and I don't want to force something on my kid that I never tasted. The fifth thing is you want to set up some sort of routine of how they eat in the house. So they're used to having breakfast, going to school, having lunch, then maybe a snack. And then when they come home to you, they want to play, do homework, play, have dinner, and maybe something a little after, okay? Do the same thing. Make them morning breakfast, maybe add a little snack, being that they're home in between of lunch. Let them have lunch, have a little snack, do your work, go on your iPad or watch TV. Then we'll have dinner and maybe you can have ice cream. Or maybe you can have a cupcake, or maybe you can have cookies. But it shouldn't be nothing more than that. And when kids have a routine of when they're supposed to do things, the odds of them eating more than they need or doing more than they need is very slim. You do want to make sure your kids don't go ham on the candy during this quarantine because, one, you don't want that dentist judgment, that shame, because your children's teeth are rotting because they're not brushing properly and you're allowing to have too much sugar. And you don't want to be in a dentist's office more than you need to, or spend a lot more money than it needs to be between cleanings because you're allowing your child to consume too much candy. And right now, Anya, she had to get 2 crowns because she likes to sneak candy and she likes to eat more than she needs to, and she doesn't like brushing her teeth and she doesn't like doing it properly. So now I put her on a schedule where you only get candy on Mondays. It's 1 piece, and you brush your teeth after you eat, and you brush your teeth in the morning, and you brush your teeth at night. And I'm using a natural toothpaste. It has zinc in it. It has black seed oil in it. If you want more details on the brand of that toothpaste, I don't have it right now because I'm in here recording, but I will give it to you. Just email me at cozywombmama@gmail.com, or you can DM me or hit me on Twitter and I'll tell you. But I got her a healthier version toothpaste. I use it, she uses it, Ari uses it. It has no dye in it, it's white. And I just feel more comfortable with them using that toothpaste than them using a toothpaste that has dyes in it and high fluoride. Okay. What next thing? We do not want overweight kids during a pandemic, during a quarantine, during a respiratory virus. We just don't want that, period. We don't want those health issues. We want to expose our children to different foods young. That way when they grow up, they aren't closed-minded. They aren't the person at the restaurant that can't pronounce certain things, the person at the restaurant that's picking through their food as an adult because they don't eat something, not because they don't like it, not because they tasted it, but because they just don't know it. So to prevent that, you have to expose your kids to different foods. FYI, please check if your child is allergic to foods first, so you are not new to allergic reaction while it's happening. I did a allergy test with the allergy test doctors of Atlanta with Ari because her skin reacts to things differently. So I wanted to get her a detailed allergy test for everything. So I found that she's allergic to a certain type of mold. She's allergic to 2 different types of grasses. She's allergic to dog and cat dander hair. And she's allergic to certain shellfish. So her doctor said it's not extreme where she needs high doses of medication, but he gave me a lot of preventative creams. And she has eczema on her face where her face gets like really blotchy, where it has like a lot more light marks over it. So we're supposed to use that. She's supposed to use like a facial cream, a daily cream on her face. Child is very bougie. He gave her like a child Flonase that goes up her nose, and like preventative creams for if she gets mosquito bites, because her body welts up when she gets mosquito bites. So you never know what type of kid you're gonna have, but just to avoid allergic reactions, get that test done first. You might have a super sensitive kid like mine. And another thing you need to understand is kids at home need balance. Like, too much of anything isn't a good thing. And always remember, 1 cup of juice a day is fine. And they can have, like, for the rest of the day, throughout the day, water. You can't go wrong with water. But you can go wrong with water if you consume, like, gallons of it on a daily basis that you really shouldn't have. And I don't think any child should be drinking gallons of water, because then we're going to run out of toilet paper. And toilet paper on the shelves today is still not full like it needs to be. So I still can't find paper towel sometimes. And I still can't find Lysol. But these people are on IG, on Twitter, posting the fact that they have 6, 7, 10 cans of Lysol. And I'm just like, where are you finding this stuff? And a lot of my friends are ordering their Lysol from Amazon.com. But it's kind of like I always miss the batch. I always miss the run. I don't know what they're doing that I'm not, but okay. But anyway, that's a few ways on how to keep some type of order and balance in what your children are consuming during this quarantine. Peace.